Hey guys, welcome to the VIPER boss guide for the first Berserker Khazan. Today I'm showing you a really awesome, easy boss guide strategy on how to take him down, and you really won't have any problems with it. I'm also currently working on collecting all the items for the individual missions. That will come later. So feel free to stay tuned, leave a subscription and give a thumbs up. You know the drill. And now I'll show you how easy it is with which skills. The cool thing about it is that you can then keep doing it, especially at the beginning. And each time you defeat the boss, you get 20,000 some good items. You can keep doing it. Travel here, repeat the boss, and it will be so easy that you'll enjoy doing it. So what we definitely need is the Wind Hunter attack quickly, because it's really brutal. It's basically a sprint attack. You just need to press sprint briefly and then R2 you'll see right away. Then you execute this attack, then press R2 again. And then you have a really powerful double strike that also interrupts the enemy. You'll see that in a moment. Especially in the first phase against the enemy, he doesn't stand a chance anymore. Really no chance at all. You actually don't lose any potions there either. It was a bit unfortunate for me, but you'll see in a moment. Otherwise, I've distributed the skills quite normally here. I've put a bit into strong attack, because that's also quite useful from time to time. But the most important thing is here. Wind Hunter, quickly. If you have upgraded that, it's the ultimate weapon against the boss. Yes, otherwise I haven't really upgraded anything else here. Usually I also have a bit for countering, so basically parrying. And here I still have brutal attack. But that doesn't help with the boss now, it actually has nothing to do with it. That's the status, currently level 28. I leveled up way too much willpower. I should actually rescale, I should have focused more on strength. But first it is. We're going in there now, friends. And it's really super easy. At the beginning you just wait a bit, see what he does and parry his blows if necessary. Or block them as well. And then just short run. R2. And you keep pressing R2 continuously. It's relentless how much energy that takes away. Briefly step back, recharge your stamina, and go right back in. Run with R2. Pay a little attention to his blows, but generally when you hit with this R2, you see it interrupts him. You can then hit him on the head, hit and quickly have his status bar down, so to speak, and you can then relatively quickly stagger him. And you see he already has half his energy gone 3 times now. So super easy, just keep charging in with R2. He's already staggered. And in the first phase, he really doesn't stand a chance. You can see it here yourself when he does this scream and whirlwind. It's best to get out, try to throw a few spears at his head, then it takes another 3,000. And yes, then the matter is actually already settled in the first phase. Then he goes back in again with an R2 strike, and you see it really takes a lot out of him. That was, of course, really bad luck that he caught me again there. That probably won't happen to you, but as you can see, this R2 charge attack is just super exaggerated. Simply, as I said, briefly press the stick in, R2, and then press R2 again, and then he basically already gets off balance. Now he still has a little sliver left here, which was of course a bit of bad luck. That's why I said earlier that I actually did the fight really poorly. And yes, you can see it here too, he only has a tiny sliver left, and that was left over, and strangely enough he took quite a bit out of me again. Well, let's go knock him down second phase. And in the second phase you have to wait a bit and see what he does. Watch when he slams his hand into the ground, then go in and do your R2 strike. But this time please only 2 hits, so 1 power strike and 1 hit, because you'll see if you go for the third hit you usually get hit. The second phase is naturally more difficult than the first, but still easy. And as I said, I have to mention the fight I did here was really not good, friends. You definitely have a better handle on it, but with this attack you can really take him out of the game easily, so just wait long enough there. Right here he then makes 2 hits, and there are plenty of opportunities to quickly execute this R2 attack here. Especially when he slams it into the ground now, you can just quickly run in. R2, as I said, you really just need to briefly trigger the stick, and then you're already running, and that's already enough. As soon as you start running, you can basically trigger R2. So it's really like 1 second, you can almost always make the hit. It's not really a sprint attack. And yes, always wait until he goes in there. It's also important when he comes out and does his whirlwind, then you can of course throw the block in there again and deal him some proper damage. Especially when he does this, it's great if you land the hit right after. You saw almost 2,000 damage is really something crazy. Now he's doing the whirlwind, throw your block in. If you're lucky, you'll hit him in the head. We managed to deal another 3000 there. And here you can actually dodge pretty well. You can also parry it, but if you dodge, it's a bit better because you'll have more energy right away. Be careful with the final strike here, he always does it twice. And yes, as you can see, we're going in. We still have 2 potions, which is actually pretty good. Even though the fight didn't go well or wasn't executed well by me. But this R2 attack, yeah, it does everything, it does all the work, so to speak. So, really easy. And get out of here again, R2 attack here, bam bam. Then you take off a small bar here. And then when he makes the jump, always get out. He does this jump twice. And then also 2 attacks afterwards. So be careful there. And then you can give him a nice R2 heat right after and hit him nicely again. Give him a good one. It's always great when he does his special attack, like the stomps on the ground, you can always do well with R2. Go in again. And especially with that attack, that's actually the one we want. We do our R2 power strike and the whole thing is quite easy. As I said, actually a bad fight from me, but I still have a flask. Look, now getting hit hard again. Still have a flask. And now the opponent doesn't have much energy left either. So just wait a bit again, power in. And you see it takes so much off. I haven't found another weapon where it was so easy, because I'm looking for extra cool weapons for you. Yes, friends, and I personally found that super easy. Well, I think I confused the boss twice after that, and I don't think it was easier anywhere else. So use this R2 attack that I showed you at the beginning, and yes, I wish you much success. And feel free to take on the boss again if you've already easily taken him down. I did it twice more, and as I said, there's a lot to gain. A bunch of experience points and awesome items, friends, so it's definitely worth it. Do it, you'll see it's really easy. I appreciate your thumbs up and your subscription, and maybe we'll see each other at the old collectibles of the First Berserker Khazan. So friends, until next time, take care, adios, and ciao ciao.